Hello, it's Maria from the Tarot Shop here, and in this video we're going to take a look at the Green Witch Tarot. And this isn't a new deck in the marketplace at all. It's just that very often I'm asked about what is a good deck for those that practice the craft, so Wiccans. So I would say that this is definitely one that I would recommend. So and we're just going to take a walk through it. It's written by Moura and art by Kiri, Ostergaard, Leonard. It says on the back of it, it's still a Leonard deck, just a standard. Obviously it's empty because I've got the cards out already. It says, attuned to the deep intelligence of the universe with the author of Green Witchcraft. Enter the world of the Green Witch, where elementals, fairies and spirits of the earth help you align with the natural energies of the old religion. With the turn of each card, the Green Witch Tarot opens a channel between the reader and the spiritual beings of nature. Beautifully illustrated by Kiri, Ostergaard, Leonard, and accompanied by a comprehensive guidebook for easy interpretation, this deck unlocks the energetic wisdom you can use to find the answers you seek. Here's the book. They've only really, if you're used to the Rider-Waite, if you've learnt on the Rider-Waite, you could switch to this. Or actually, if you haven't, if this would be your first ever deck as a pagan, as a Wiccan rather, then you could use this, well, either pagan or Wiccan. As a tool for opening the psychic senses, the Green Witch Tarot may be used for divination, guidance, personal growth, pathworking, meditation and moving energy and magical works in a responsible manner for positive results. This guidebook shows you how to interpret and work with images and energies associated with the craft in nature and everyday life. So the book is really comprehensive, actually. I mean, you've got, they've changed the name, as I mentioned, of some of the major arcana, but they still have the same, pretty much the same imagery or clues to the meanings of the card. She does reversals in this, talks about reading the tarot, how to get the deck to work with you, and then on each, there's a picture of the card and the description, together with reverse meaning and prompt words, which is effectively keywords. And what I do like is there's actually a section at the end of each one where you've got your notes, so you can take your notes. This is a really good guide when you're first learning decks. So those are the cards, and then at the back of the book you have, as one might expect, spreads. So you've got the Witch's Circle spread, which is the pagan cross, the Celtic cross rather. So you've got some good suggestions there on spreads on how to work with the deck. So that's the book. Let's have a look at the cards. This is the reverse side of them. So you've got the pentagram on the back, the 5 elements. So you've got earth, air, fire, water and spirit. And no borders, they're borderless, glossy and lovely. Right, so let's begin. So the Fool is the green man. And instead of the witch, instead of the magician, we have the witch. We have the high priestess, the same as you would in the Rider-Waite. So she's working with the elements. The earth mother, as opposed to the empress. Horned god, as opposed to the emperor. The high priest, as opposed to the hierophant. And actually in old decks of the Rider-Waite, the hierophant was called the pope or the priest. The lady and the lord for lovers. Chariot in Rider-Waite, so the battle wagon. It's using the same imagery, you see, just relative to the theme. So you've got strength, that's the crone. The Holly King is the hermit, so you can see he's still got his lantern and he's walking his own path. Then we have the Wheel of the Year, which is the Wheel of Fortune, evolution. Standing Stone, which is justice in the Rider-Waite. Then you have the Hanged Man, so the Oak King. So you see they've just changed the names, that's all. Now Lord of Shadows is death, number 13. That's why they say it's unlucky, 13. So it's the death card in the pagan, in the Rider-Waite. This is temperance, so she's still pouring water from her jug. And you have nature, which is actually the devil. The same card as the devil, it's number 15. Then you've got the wild hunt, which is, as you can see, the tower. So that's the chaos that comes when lightning strikes. The star is the star. And the moon, the sun, judgment, and the world tree. So that's the world, the completion card. So I would just, you know, work through these slowly. That's the major arcana. So then we go into swords. Let me just break these around this way. So you've got wands, very focused on the craft, aren't they, you see? Page, knight, which is interesting. You have a female, queen, and the king. Moving on to pentacles. You see, juggling your finances. So as I say, very similar. If you want to, have you learnt the Rider-Waite and you want to actually use these instead because they're more in tune with your belief system, then just do card for card. So lay the Rider-Waite down and lay this card, and then just transfer your knowledge and find the imagery on it. So the Three of Pentacles is actually the master craftsman, and if you remember in the Rider-Waite, excuse me, he stood there at a tower scraping his images on his coins on the wall, and then he sees somebody. So it's the same sort of thing, being paid for your gifts, for hoarding your money. So it's the same, as I say, you just need to do that. This is out in the cold financially, generosity. I won't go through each of them. 10, look at that scene. Page, messengers, movement, again a female, queen and king. Then we move on to cups. So they're chalices in this deck. That's the Two of Cups, so coming together of two people on an emotional basis. I like this 3. Celebration. That's very good. Oh, she's bored, but somebody's bringing another gift, so hopefully that will help. 5 is loss. That's quite good, because you could say to yourself, this is nostalgia, 6 of chalices, so you could say you're taking a walk down memory lane. As children, you see, it's very 7, 9, 10. Oh, look at that picture. Page, knight, male this time. Oh, look at him. And then we have athames, which are swords. You need to make a decision. I really like these. I mean, if these are your belief system, oh, look at the peacock in the background there. If this is your belief system, you could, you know, you could do well with these. Oh, I always go that one. I see the 9, because I know it's such a tricky card to endure. That's a nice 10 though. At least she's not stabbed in the back. She's having to take charge. She's probably put in a binding spell to move on to the future. And the page, knights, queen, and king. So those are the Green Witch Tarot. I hope that you've enjoyed having a look at them. As I say, it was due to a number of requests actually as to what cards work best for people of the faith. So there you go, that's it, and the Green Witch Tarot. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for your time.